Before we get into the video, I just want to give a big thank you again for 500 subs. It means the world to me. And if you like the video, subscribe. If you don't subscribe. And with that, let's get into LEGO Voyagers. First things first, I do recommend the game. It's fantastic. It's fun to play, especially with a loved one. Also, with its friend pass system, only one person is required to buy the game, and your companion, friend, whoever can just play it for free. And that's honestly very cool. And later on in the video, I'll have the person I played it with, my girlfriend, talk about her perspective on the game. And with that, let's get into it. I think the first thing I noticed when I played this is how reactive and how fun the world is to explore and interact with. And as you can probably tell, the world's made out of Legos. And you can interact it as if it's like a Lego set. Like, you can connect different pieces and connect them together, build things, all sorts of crazy stuff you can only do with Legos, and this game does it very well. When it comes to like the optional side puzzle things, like there's like tic-tac-toe, there's seesaws, there's slides, a whole bunch of stuff. And all these little optional activities just let you stop and smell the roses if you choose to interact with them, and it's just very cool. Not only that, the puzzles are they're very easy, but they're also incredibly fun to do because it's all just built around the concept of Legos, right? Like you have to get all these like Lego bricks and make these weird contraptions to progress at certain times, whether it be like building a bridge or even at one point you may have to make a catapult. All the puzzles, like I said, are very easy, but they're also very clever. Like all the puzzles that you're going to be going through in the game could really only be done with Legos and the activity of building with Legos. In a lot of ways, this game really brought me back to those times when I was a kid where I just like build whatever I wanted with Legos. And there are a few spots where you're given that freedom to just build whatever you want, with limited parts, of course, but you could build a catapult, or you could build some sort of weird ladder thing to get across the gap. The choice is yours. Like that creativity that Lego provides is here in this game, and it's honestly embraced by the developers a lot, and I really do appreciate that as well. And I found them to be incredibly fun. The game itself is very linear, so there's very few parts in the game where you can like go off the beaten track and maybe explore a whole different section. But what the game does have are little spots where you can like take a break. It could be like resting at a bench, going on a swing set, the seesaw I mentioned, and just relaxing and just taking the view and just vibe, I guess. You know what I mean? The game is very much an experience, in my opinion. It's very thoughtfully crafted and very well put together. And the story, while simple, is very impactful in my opinion. I won't spoil too much, but and somehow this cute little Lego game made me reflect on my own life, and I'm surprised as you are, but it really did help me in a lot of ways. The themes it shared were very impactful to me. And if you play this game, I hope it is for you too. It really did resonate with me. I'll talk about the underlying themes and stuff like that, but I won't mention anything gameplay related. At the end of the day, the game is about growing up and that process. As we grow up, friends come and go, dreams die. But in this game, it shows that you and a friend might have different dreams, but you can still walk different paths while staying connected. That's a very powerful message, I think, especially now in today's society. And it's so masterfully put together with no spoken words, just little sounds that the little guys make, right? And you're going through the game and you're just, at least for me, right? You're just hoping that they can achieve their dream. And it's very possible that I'm reading too much into this short little game story, but I digress. I analyze game stories, maybe not perfectly, but I do my best. But this game just made me feel hope by the time I finished playing it. And very few co-op games, other than a handful I can mention, have ever done that for me, right? And this is one of those few games that I felt after I finished it that I walked away with something gained. Not just a fun experience, not just a fun little co-op adventure, but a lesson learned about life in general. And it's about not growing up too fast, right? Some of us might be speedrunning life right now, and sometimes it's good to just stop and smell the roses and enjoy the small things in life. It could be your friends, it could be your family, it could be your favorite snack. This might sound very sappy and sort of crazy, but it's true. This game, like I said, made me reflect on my life up until this point, and the feeling of growing up and chasing after your dreams. My dream is to make a living off of YouTube. I don't know if it'll ever come true, but I'm gonna do my hardest to try. All that stuff, right? I'm sure most of us have played with Legos at one point in our lives when we were kids, right? And then at some point we might have stopped because we were told, oh, that's for kids or whatever. But I came away from this game thinking that too many people lose that childlike excitement when it comes to things, right? And because of they end up being miserable. And I think I was starting to lose that too. But after playing this game, it sort of revived that in me. I don't think I'll be playing with Legos anytime soon, but that childlike wonder I used to have for the world might be back in a weird sort of way. And I'm surprised the little Lego game about two little bricks building together to get to a space station. I didn't think that would do that for me, but here I am talking about it, and I highly recommend this game. It's fun, and you can expect about, I'd say between 2 to 5 hours of gameplay here. My first run through took 4 hours, then like, I played through it again, took about 2 hours. So your time with the game may vary. It really just depends on how much you just want to get absorbed into the world and have fun in it. And I also think this gameplay experience is also very replayable with how short it is, so by the time I'm satisfied with this game, I might have about, I'd say 15 to 20 hours on it. And for a $25 game, that's not too bad. With that being said, here are my girlfriend's thoughts on the game. Thank you so much for watching this far. It means the world to me. And enjoy her part of the video.
So far, I really enjoyed playing this cute indie game with my boyfriend. I'd say it's worth giving it a shot. I really love that we could sing to each other in the game, and the little robot from the ship could also respond to our singing, and how sometimes attaching to each other can help solve puzzles. I played a lot of 3D puzzle games before, like Monument Valley 1 and 2, and the puzzles in Voyagers kind of remind me a little bit of those games. The co-op aspect of Voyagers also reminds me a little bit of the game Brothers, which is another co-op game developed by the team behind It Takes Two. What I got from the whole theme of this game is that what it's like to have a dream in mind, especially with someone close to you, and they may have a similar but different dream that they also want to accomplish. Going through different puzzles and parts of the game really made it a wholesome experience. And funny enough, it's one of the very few games that pulled up my heartstrings a little bit by the end of the game. Sometimes stories don't really need a lot of words or stuff to convey a message. It's the little things or moments that sometimes speak louder than words and put together everything that the author is trying to tell to the audience. What I can take away from this short and cute little indie game is the fact that you should always follow your dream, but try not to focus on growing up so fast. Enjoy the different stages of life at your own pace, and remember that life isn't a race, especially when moving through it at the same time but in different places. Therefore, you're never behind in life than someone else, and neither are you ahead of someone. I especially got this from the dynamic between the red Lego and the blue one being a little bit taller in this case, or older than the red brick, so there are certain parts in the game where only one could do a certain part of the puzzle, and vice versa. This requires both players to work together and solve puzzles. I think this is great for friends, couples, siblings, and even parents to play through with their kids if they want to, because of how easy the controls are to pick up and start, and how wholesome and cozy the game is to play through. If you enjoy playing couch co-op or online multiplayer platforming games, especially if you enjoyed Lightbrick Studios' previous game, Builder's Journey, and other games like Brothers, It Takes Two, or Monument Valley, then I think you'll enjoy LEGO Voyagers. Also, if you're interested in retro gaming and console history, I'm starting a YouTube channel that's going to cover retro video games, consoles, and other retro-like games in their nature. I also hope to make retrospectives since I really enjoy that form of media, but they do require a lot of work and time to put together. So far, I've only made a few shorts, but I plan to continue working on more content as soon as I can. So please keep your eyes out for my channel Retro Replay, and the link will be in the description. And if you enjoy gaming reviews, then please like and subscribe to Jotatoes, and don't forget to hit that notification button.
And thank you for watching. See you guys next time.